Welcome back to What Arty Noobs with General Disturbance. This is Tiger 131. It's a tier 6 German premium heavy tank located on the south spawn of Kharkov, and it's under the command of Fluffylilkitten. And there in the distance you can see Mary Banks in a Jagdpanzer IV, and she's moving off to a different firing position. Well, the Tiger. Yes, the tank that everyone would like to get when they first join the game, but then they get kind of disappointed when they find out it's not quite as powerful as they thought it would be. In fact, Tiger 131 is a rather special Tiger. It's a Panzerkampfwagen 6 Aslains H, which is a early version of the Tiger, built in 1943, or rather captured in 1943 I should say. They were built between 1942 and 1945. And Tiger 131 was actually captured in Tunisia by the British. There's various stories about how it was actually captured. Some say it was captured by the tank regiment, the Royal Tank Regiment, using Churchills, and one of their shells hit the barrel and dented the turret ring, and that's why it couldn't turn its turret. But many other people actually say it wasn't. Not many other people, some other people I should say it wasn't the tank regiment that actually captured it. It was the Sherwood Foresters who actually captured it, because they used an anti-tank gun that the Germans had captured off the French in 1940, which was then reworked and recommissioned by the Germans and then taken to Tunisia for use by them as an anti-tank weapon. And well, unfortunately for the Germans, it was then captured. Oh, he's got his first kill. It was then captured by the Sherwood Foresters when they took the emplacement up on the particular hill, and they used it and they fired the shell upwards. It hit the barrel, bounced into the turret ring, and Tiger 131 was disabled. It's an 8.8 centimeter gun. It's the KWK 36L56. Got another kill. T1 heavy this time. Going for the KD1S. Yes, another kill. 3 kills now. He's doing quite well. Okay, we'll do 220 Alpha, and it'll penetrate 145mm of armour with the standard shells. And Fluffy does have premium rounds in this game, but he's not using them. He's using standard ammunition. And the premium ammunition will go through 194mm. Well, he's just taken a round in the side from that 60G FT, pulled back a bit because he was worried about a second shot, but he didn't have to worry because the 60G was taken out by our T1 Heavy. Okay, so managed to jump over that off that plinth. I think he's going to go around the corner and see if there's any enemy tanks behind us first. Always clear your corners just in case. There might be a tank destroyer around the corner. Well, it doesn't look as if there is, so I think he's safe to proceed to the enemy cap. With 5 tanks up on the enemy at the moment, that's a good game. Anyway, right, the Tiger tank was rather special because it had so much armour. Very difficult for our tanks to knock out. And it grew a bit of a reputation as a tank that would kill anything. But they did find that in the end you can kill these tanks. And in fact, actually, they designed the Sherman Firefly with the 17-pounder gun to knock these tanks out. Tiger 131 was transported back to the UK. They reworked it, or not reworked it, they studied it and did documents on every part of the tank, so they knew exactly how it was built, all of the details concerning the vehicle, and how they could counter it. Now, there are some nasty opponents up there at the moment, and because he's spotted, they can probably see him. He's aiming for the strib. He gets one shot in, low roll 216. That T78 can probably see him. His platoon mate actually did get a shot. That's Mary Banks. She just got a shot on him. I'm not sure if that one hit. Okay, M8A1. That was well aimed, that one. And standard ammunition. Fluffy's getting it right. Oh, taking rounds from the enemy. Watch out. Puts a round into the M5A1, but he pulls back, and that's good decision because those guys are quite dangerous. Well, at least the T-78 is dangerous. The Panzer Selbstfahrerfette 1C is not. But just let it dial in and whack him and he'll fall apart. Oh, good shot. 215. He goes down to Marybanks. Okay, there's only 3 enemies left, but the problem is that one of them is that T-78 with the 90mm gun. We don't really want to get hit by a 90mm round. We'd only survived 2 of them. But look at the team, they're flooding in there now, so I don't think that T-78's got long to live. In fact, he's one of only 2 left alive, the Striv 74 being the other one. Marybanks got the kill on the T-78, so he's gone down. So Marybanks has now got, I think, 3 kills, hasn't she? And Fluffy's got 4. I'm hoping that Marybanks has got 3 kills. If she has, this might be a brothers in arms. There's Marybanks, she's in the cap. Okay, it's not worth chasing after the Striv 74, he's so much faster. This is quite a slow heavy tank. And, oh, they are putting damage in. And, oh, I think they're cuddling. Yes, it must be the mating season. He's stroking her roof. Oh dear. I think they need some privacy. Here's the end of battle stats, and that was the first class tank of a fluffy little kitten in the Tiger 131. He managed to get a fighter badge for getting at least 4 kills. He got 4 exactly. A shell proof for blocking more damage than the hit points to his own vehicle, and a fire for effect for doing more damage than the hit points to his own vehicle. Got a bruiser medal for getting at least 5 critical hits. He managed to get 6. The high caliber for dealing the most damage in the game. And he got a steel wall as well for blocking the most damage in the game. And I think he actually played that game without any premium ammunition, even though he had it loaded. 8,628 was the win 8, which is super income and quite a bit more. Let's have a look at team score and see where he is. Well, there you go. Right at the top of the table with 2,549 hit points. And the second highest was the T-3485M, and he managed to pick up a Confederate and 2,406 hit points of damage. And the third highest damage in the game was actually the VK3002M, the prototype Panther. He got 1,647 out of that game, and we can see that Marybanks is a little way down the table, but she got 583 hit points of damage, and she got 2 kills. When it came to kills, it was Fluffy who got the highest with 4 kills. 2 kills went to the T-3485M, VK3002M, the T1 Heavy, Marybanks, and the only other person to get 2 kills was the T-78 on the enemy team. When it came to base XP, it was Fluffy who got the highest with 1,120, so he's got the top in all 3 columns. And 1,117 went to the T-3485M, 866 went to the VK3002M, and we can see that Marybanks was 360, so not bad actually. I think it actually, because she was top tier, I think she was top tier in this one. Jagdpanzer, was it Jagdpanzer 4? No, it's a Jagdpanzer 4. Yes, not a not what I thought it was. So I think, if I remember correctly, that is tier 6, tier 5. Tier 5, I think it is, so she was mid-tier. Okay, right, well, let's have a look at detail. 21 shots fired, 14 direct hits, 13 penetrations on the enemy, 2,549 hit points of damage, of which 592 were at more than 300 meters, and those were fairly good aim shots on the enemy. And I think Marybanks got closer shots because, of course, she was lower down. She was actually in the cap area, but she was lower down. Of course, the Jagdpanzer 4 is actually quite small, so I don't think they were actually paying attention to her, even though she was actually getting the kill shots on a couple of the enemy. 14 hits received from the enemy by Fluffy. He got 3 penetrations and 11 non-penetrations, so he was very lucky actually that he didn't get more damage. That 60 GFT could have done a lot, but thankfully that guy got wiped out and Fluffy pulled back just in time. 1,085 hit points of damage blocked by armour, 2 enemy vehicles spotted, 9 enemy vehicles damaged, 4 killed, and 145 hit points of damage assistance. He also earned 29 capture points while he was in the cap. On a premium count, Fluffy earned 57,903 credits, and just look at that, yep, that's standard ammo. So he did play this game with standard ammo. He was top tier, but he did it very effectively and earned a nice little profit. Look at this, 51,136 credits, top on all three columns. 1,680 XP times 2 for the first victory, 3,360 for mission and events, 504 for this being a premium vehicle, took away 7,224 experience points altogether. Well, what can you say? I think everybody who goes to the Tank Museum says they've touched Tiger 131. It's one of those tanks that you have to say, I've touched that one, I know it. And of course, as I said, it is a film star, this tank. Not only the propaganda films during the Second World War, but also, of course, the film, or movie as the Americans would say, Fury, which of course it starred in. It was the only actual 131 built by the Germans that ended up in a movie after the war, because there was plenty of Tiger tanks manufactured to fake a Tiger, but or at least plenty of tanks that have been turned into Tigers that weren't Tigers. But this is the only authentic Panzerkampfwagen 6 Ausführung H that was actually captured and became a film star later on in life. I suppose, yes, he's ready for his close-up now, Mr. DeMills. Yes, so very well played there by Fluffy. Incredibly well, actually. It used to be that Fluffy would have his finger glued to the number 2 button, but in this occasion he's actually playing it straight and playing it with standard ammo, and it's really refreshing to see him do that, because it means that he can earn a huge profit, and he did play it very well as on top of that. So well done, Fluffy, good game. And if you enjoyed that replay, please give this video a like, do subscribe to our channel, leave a little comment down below because it feeds the algorithm. And please do remember, we've got a second channel called The General, where you can watch great replays without any commentary whatsoever. The link is in the description beneath the video. Thanks for watching.